Ja, dann wollen wir mal mit Andreja sprechen.
Hmm?
Bonjour.
Yes? I have something I wanted to say. But I confess I am afraid of how you will react.
Äh, Nichts könnte meine Meinung über
I
dich
am
ändern.
reluctant to put that to the test. But it is necessary that we are honest with each other. I know that you said you prefer to be surrounded by others, unlike me.
Naja.
But Constellation means something to us both. And I must be honest about why. The little I have spoken of my history has been nothing but truth. I worked with smugglers. I have caused my share of pain and suffering. What I have left out, until now, is that all of that was done on behalf of House Varun. My people. My family.
Hm. Auswahl.
You have
Was
not
ist?
heard the name? I am surprised. Generations ago, our founder, Jinan Varun, he had an experience while grab jumping. He made contact with an immortal being beyond time and space, beyond our universe. The Great Serpent told Jinan Varun that our universe is his dominion. And while he has been away for millennia, he will return soon. And when he does, we must be prepared. My people have worked to that end for many years now, and it has caused conflict with the rest of the settled systems.
Mhm. Ähm, äh, ich dachte, Hausberuhen wäre
They
schon.
have retreated from open relations with the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective, but they still exist. I was born in the great city of Dazra and raised with the teachings of Jinan Varun. I underwent the rite of Krejar when I came of age. I am of the promised, those who know the truth of the Great Serpent and his inevitable return.
Mhm. Das klingt beeindruckend.
Thank you. I doubt many would see it that way. There is a reason I am only just revealing this now. Several years ago, I intercepted requests from Constellation to access Varun's space, speaking only of exploration. I was sent to infiltrate Constellation, posing as a former smuggler looking for a new purpose in life.
Mhm. Ich kenne das Gespräch ja eigentlich schon. Ich glaube, ich habe letztes Mal auch, wollte schon immer mal einen Spion kennenlernen.
I am pleased to have fulfilled that wish for you, I suppose. But certainly not everyone shares that view. Several weeks after I arrived, I attempted to access secure records within Constellation's archives. Vladimir and Sarah were waiting for me.
Mhm. Ich hätte mich nicht erwischen lassen. Das hat dich sicher überrascht.
Quite an understatement. I was horrified. My failure would be reported to the High Council, and the penalty would be severe.
Und Welche Informationen
The
schickst du?
history of Constellation, where expeditions are sent, data on star systems House Varun has not explored, some information on their members and goals. As you have seen, there is relatively little that would be considered classified.
Mhm. Also weiß Haus Varun von den Artefakten.
They do not. I have, for now,
Ein Spielabsturz. Das haben wir. Cool. Das gefällt mir nicht. Ich habe die 29 Stunden nachgespielt und ich hatte nicht einmal einen Absturz oder sonstiges. Und mit der Vorgeschichte von kaputten Spielständen bin ich kein Freund von diesem Ereignis. Das ist ganz große Scheiße. Das sind 8 Minuten. Ach du Schande. Okay. Also. Wer wird abziehen? Andresha aufs Schiff. Ja, okay. Das habe ich. Ah, das ist gar nicht Uwu.
Someone leave some food out before we left? Whoa.
So, da ist eine Leiter.
Whatever you need, you got it.
Hä? Hä? Massive Beinmuskulatur,
Yes.
Alter.
I have something I want.
Nichts könnte meine
I am
Meinung
reluctant.
ändern.
I know that you said the little I. What I. You have not heard the name?
Einfach damit wir alles
The great
durchgegangen
soul.
sind.
My people have. They have retreated. I was born. I am up. Thank you. Several years ago, I was sent. I am, but certainly. Several weeks. Quite an I was. The history. Some information. They do not. You and I have spent so much time together. It has been increasingly difficult to keep this from you. And I am sorry for that. Telling you this violates so many of the orders I was given. But it was the right thing to do. I can feel that.
Mhm. Dieses vorsichtige Lächeln gerade bei ihr so. Für mich bist du weiterhin Andresha.
You have no idea what a relief that is. Thank you for trusting me.
Achso, und die anderen Gesprächssachen sind einfach, also so schwuppdiwuppdi weg.
What did you need?
Anscheinend auch.
Ah,
Na gut.
yes, we are done.
Ja. Okay, okay. Dann würde ich mal sagen, fliegen wir den alten Hamster mal zu dem Tempel und gucken mal, ob wir ihm auch eine Kraft in den Arsch schieben können. Weil dann will ich erstmal wieder Andreja weiter mit mir führen.
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Wir dürften bei Andreja jetzt, glaube ich, auch tatsächlich auch auf dem Stand sein. Von. Mal kurz gucken, ob hier irgendwas von Interesse ist. Nicht ganz da raus. Wo wir auf einem alten Spielstand waren. Ich glaube, das ist das letzte Gespräch, was wir damals mit ihr hatten. Ja,
Smooth jump. Nice work.
I
Thought
miss
I
my
was
dear
straight.
darling and you Atlantis. As
Yes?
I wander the blackness of the deep abyss. My ship is in tatters, all dented and worn. But I trust my old engine to get back by morn. Way oh, out in the blackness.
Did you need something?
Way oh, out in the void. Way oh, get me back to my true love, as quick as an old asteroid.
Sehr schön.
You have
Always
my
happy
attention.
to meet a stranger. Hope my singing was to your liking.
War das ein
It is,
Seemannslied?
at that. If you believe the family tales, we've been merchantmen and freighter captains since the days of the East India Company. If you like my singing, you should have heard my pops. Now he had a voice.
Das war das Highlight des Tages.
Oh, and now you've made mine. Afraid my ship's got the next jump plotted in, so I'm away. Fair travels.
Bis dann. Okay, Scanny Scan Scan und Tempel Sigma.
Landing struts primed.
Gabriel.
Retros firing.
Ja,
Ah, hello.
ja hallo.
Hey, you need something?
Das sieht cool aus. Mit dem Planeten da hinten. Die Optik ist schon immer nice. Mit dem Planeten und alles. Okay, Barrett eingetütet. Dann wollen wir mal schauen, ob wir Barrett auch eine Kraft verschaffen können. Minus 235 Grad Celsius. Und 0,07 G. Das fühlt sich aber irgendwie nicht ganz danach an. Also da hatte ich schon Planeten, auf denen war ich schwereloser unterwegs. Beziehungsweise Monde. Tja, ist die Frage, könnte Sarah überhaupt mit? Kann vielleicht nur immer einer? Oder können nur die Leute, die halt auch die Kräfte
These
haben?
temples are such peculiar monuments.
Wow. Die als erstes ein Artefakt berührt haben.
This is it.
Ja,
Just look at this place. Unbelievable. I'll follow your lead. Clearly, you know what
ja, ich kann dich auch einfach machen lassen. Oh, dann schwing dich mal durch, mein Freund. Schwing dich durch? Aber wenn ich da jetzt reingehe, dann... Okay, ich dachte, ich muss vielleicht ihn da... Okay. Das sieht gerade für mich so aus, als würde ich die Kraft bekommen.
Just look at this place.
Hello,
So many
Universe.
questions come to mind. I
This
don't
is
even know where to
Barrett.
start.
Returning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Whoa. Hello, handsome.
Hi.
You've got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis.
Hast du dich geklont?
That doesn't make sense. Cloning is a complicated procedure involving a lot of complex science. This was... a whole lot weirder. That's one way to put it.
Naja, okay. Starborn heißt ja nicht unbedingt böse.
You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though. So you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're a quarter of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but fascinating. I wonder what else is different.
Ja, wer von euch ist denn jetzt mal?
Me. Accurate. I'm just passing through.
Aber warum ist er plötzlich hier? Ich meine, hatten schon ein paar Starborns, die plötzlich auftauchten, nachdem man einen Tempel betreten hatte, aber jetzt ausgerechnet er?
Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously.
Was soll ich mit euch zwei anfangen?
Why stop at two? It won't work. The energy required increases exponentially per anomaly. I'm already exhausted. In a way that's hard to describe. Not physically or mentally, but something else. Sorry, friend. You'll feel right as rain when I dissipate.
Der scheint auf jeden Fall mehr zu wissen. Wie sollen wir dich
I'll
nennen?
be Barrett Prime. Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate much anyway. Amundsen? Now I know you're not me. Hey, one of us has to keep it classy.
Ja, moin.
Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he... Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well.
Where's Erwin?
My husband? He passed 20 years ago. It's been so long. The horror of the infinite is the inclusion of the unimaginable. I promise. He's happy. We're happy.
Vasco.
Oh, man. I only hope the new one we're building is just as salty as the last one.
Tochter?
Amazing. Sounds like you don't have a daughter here, I take it. No. We talked about it, but no. We named her after Aja, my mentor. She died in the crossfire between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective decades ago. For me, Irvin died instead of Aja in that crossfire. She's best friends with Cora, and she's smart as hell. Of course she is.
Krieg?
Going on 20 years now. But we're starting to turn the tide. Imagine all of the variations. It's endless.
Ja, scheint ein bisschen was anders zu sein,
So
ne?
many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations. How many ended with heartache and how many with joy. I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship.
Könnt ihr vielleicht später?
No idea. This isn't how the power works for me. I've never had a conversation with myself before. You pretty much know everything I do now anyway. More than I ever hoped for.
Also ist das seine Power. Was passiert, wenn du hier...
What happens for any of us? I don't think it works that way, though. Maybe I'm just a construct or a memory. I don't know. But I don't feel pain. Good to know.
Ja, dann,
We
ne?
can handle this. On it.
Yo, 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 was geht ab?
I'm
Mal runter.
ready for this.
Okay, sind noch beide da.
Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Son, cherish every moment with them.
I already do, my friend. I promise.
Guck mich nicht so an.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. I think.
Gut zu wissen.
Isn't it? I mean, hey, at least only one other Barrett appeared. Imagine if an army of, me showed up.
Hast du es versucht?
Kinda. I mean, here's the thing. It's pretty exhausting in a way that's hard to describe. A second one of me seems, well, frankly, it seems like it would kill me. But yes, I tried. Briefly. Then I stopped when I realized how impossible it would be. Makes me tired just thinking about it.
Nee, oder ist das jetzt doch von ihm? Scheint nicht möglich.
True. How would I stand out in a crowd made entirely of myself anyway? Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power. And I'm still just me. Just regular Barrett. And there already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd.
Kannst du deine Kraft noch nutzen?
Yes, though it takes a lot of concentration. If I do it a lot, I bet I'd give myself a headache. From myself. I'm my own migraine.
Nutzlos nicht, man kann sich halt mit den anderen austauschen, ne?
I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened.
Was heißt denn jetzt, können wir über deine Kraft reden?
Sure, but give me some time. I want to use it a bit more. See what its limits are. I just need some time with it.
Okay. Ja, dann,
It's
ne?
pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
Okay, wir können Barrett jetzt wieder jeden. Ja, aber interessant.
Stow our stuff fast and get out of here.
Sehr interessant. Dann heben wir mal ab.
We have liftoff. Retros firing. Orbit stabilized.
Okay, okay. Dann ist... Guten Morgen. Wie geht's denn so? Ich komm mal rüber, ja? Moment. Brauch noch ein bisschen. Ja, reicht schon. So, weg, du Keck. Okay. Jetzt ist die Frage, wo wollen wir weitermachen? Ich würde vielleicht... Ja, gucken wir mal bei Walter vorbei. Machen wir da mal Luki, was abgeht. Ist ja irgendwie, die Entwicklung kommt nicht voran. Und da sollen wir mal gucken, was Sache ist.
Grab jump complete.
Welcome to Stroud-Eklund Star Yard. Permission to dock granted.
Sehr freundlich. Dann mache ich das auch. Wenn ich schon so freundlich eingeladen werde.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Dankeschön. Verdammt. Ich will einen Drehschau haben.
The two of us make quite the pair, eh?
Yes, what
Hello.
is it? I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion. Just in case we need it.
You two go on. I have academic journals to review, and the galaxy's cheesiest hoagie to devour.
An interesting mix of activities. I hope they are both enjoyable.
So, dann müssen wir jetzt aber Barrett wieder on the ship. Okay. Erstmal sie vom Schiff weg. Nein. Nein. Was? So. Bald auch wieder ein neues Level. Wir nehmen erstmal Andreja. So. Sprich mit Jules.
Welcome to
Walter is quite proud of what his
Ah ja,
company
hier
has
waren wir
accomplished.
ja auch schon
And for
mal.
good reason.
I understand. I'm all for new technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work.
You're asking for technology that doesn't even exist, Frank. I'm good at what I do, but you're mental if you think I can pull off what you're asking. Tried and true is what we should focus on.
Tried and true is so dull, though. I like Frank's design, but maybe we could pivot it to more of a research vessel? Something suited for deep space exploration.
That's a great suggestion, but you know what? We haven't heard from Nev yet. Maybe she has some marketing insights.
Okay, but... what if... Sorry, hear me out. What if we went for the family recreation demo instead? It's a much bigger market than Explorers, and no one else is doing it.
Oh, seriously?
That's a little different than I think we were all expecting, but a really good point.
I also worry that would limit us creatively.
Hey, back up. Nev's got a point. It's something we could easily build. And I'm sure the number crunchers could make it turn a tidy profit.
Thank you.
But I do think a solid, no-frills ship with a large cargo capacity would be even more practical and doable, given our time frame.
Look, everyone, we need to come together if we're to succeed. Let's change direction and do a little thought exercise. Okay, fine. Maybe we should all just go back and develop our ideas some more before Walter's consultant, friend, whatever they are, gets here.
Hi.
The decision's apparently out of our hands anyway.
I'd rather be in a ship that can defend itself.
Okay, also will hohe Manövrierfähigkeit. Will Cargofracht haben. Und sie will familienfreundlich.
Hello.
Hallo.
Hi there.
Also, leitest du die Abteilung schon lange?
It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other star yard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
Mhm. Du bist die Projektleiterin. Was heißt das
It
genau?
means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us.
Mhm. Ja, ich bin hier über das neue Schiffsprojekt zu
You must
sprechen.
be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Aha. Du weiter so passiv-aggressiv bist, wird weiter davon. Ja, ich werde mein Bestes machen,
Your enthusiasm counts for something. Anyway, let's get to it.
We shall see.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Ja, warum könnt ihr euch denn nicht entscheiden?
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
Kannst du mir ein bisschen was über das Team erzählen?
Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
Okay. Dann legen wir mal los.
Good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
Warum kannst du nicht das ursprüngliche Budget verwenden?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
Okay, und welche Kürzungen müssten wir für das zweckmäßige Design vornehmen?
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
Und was ist denn am Spielbeckenbudget so falsch? Damit werden wir doch alle ihren Willen kriegen, oder?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical. And the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs? And would something that expensive actually sell?
Das heißt, wir können alles reinklatschen. Ja, wir könnten sagen, wir gehen auf sehr viel Manövrierfähigkeit, wir gehen auf sehr viel Cargo Space und sowas und auf Familie und ich. Also alles in ein. Oder wir entscheiden uns halt für, ja, nur ein sehr schnelles Schiff, ein Frachter oder familienfreundlich. Aber ich meine, gut, wir können ja trotzdem, also, obwohl wir das Budget haben, müssen wir ja nicht alles reinklatschen. Wir können ja...
Sorry, this is awkward and I'm not quite sure what to do, so I really hope you're just messing with me.
Ja, komm mal da rein in den
I was
All.
afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me.
Okay. Wir machen es ganz oder gar. Ich weiß, wie wir dem Vorstand die Idee verkaufen.
Well, I'm
Hear
all
me out.
ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them.
Pass auf, pass auf, pass auf. So etwas hat noch niemand gemacht. Denk an die Innovation. Die Innovationen, die wir auf den Markt bringen können.
It's true. That kind of budget could set us up to be industry leaders with a brand new type of ship.
Ich sag's doch. Und, denk einfach mal drüber nach.
Maybe. I won't rule it out.
Ich bin's.
Okay. I think you made some good points.
Finde ich auch.
I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Well, Jules, it seems you have your work cut out for you.
Great. That's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Warum ich?
Well, Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Okay. Pack ran.
Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Okay. Also, Ella.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
Ich hab ich hab meins so ein bisschen, ne?
Good. We were worried you knew nothing, and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Kannst du mir erst ein bisschen mehr über dich erzählen?
I'm the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support each other as friends as much as possible. Even when we disagree. I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products.
Was schwebt dir denn für ein Schiff vor?
But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
Piraten. Entdecker.
Yes, finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own wavelength. You see, while many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with exploration as their primary goal. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, Eckland will dominate that market sector. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me.
Wie würdest du denn so ein Schiff designen?
I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage or passenger capacity.
Ne.
Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measures. It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
Ja, okay, also du willst halt wirklich komplett einfach nur Forschung, ne? Ich dachte, bei Entdecker kommt jetzt halt irgendwie so das, was ich so haben will. Ja, schon vielleicht eher so nischig, ne?
Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Thanks. I'll refine the idea and propose it next time, I guess.
Aber an sich eigentlich eine nette Idee. Nur halt nichts, was ich brauche. Was fällt denn so in deinen Aufgabenbereich?
Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use.
Mhm. Und was hältst du von dem Unternehmen?
Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great.
Okay.
See you around, I guess.
Howdy. Howdy. Howdy.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
In der Tat. Gab es denn schon Probleme?
Well, how do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable. But no one could agree on anything, and we're running significantly behind because of it.
Ich bin ganz
good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Das Projekt klingt, als wäre es eine harte Nummer für die Techniker. Warum?
Let me tell you. All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
Kannst du mir erstmal erzählen, welchen Job du hier hast?
Couldn't figure it out from the engineering talk? I'm an engineer, mate. It means I'm the one who's got to put together all these plans and actually make the bloody ship fly. Been doing it for going on 25 years at various star yards. They still haven't realized this place would fall apart if not for me. Instead of letting me get to my work, they keep giving me fancy new titles and got me tied up in endless meetings like this one.
Ja, also weiß ich
So
jetzt
I'm just
nicht.
trying to set realistic goals. Sorry that ain't exciting to you. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
Aber da gibt's ja schon gewisse Konkurrenz, ne? Hast du noch andere Gedanken zum Design?
Our objective should be to build a huge ship with plenty of cargo room while keeping the costs low. Doesn't need fancy equipment, just the basics. Basic weapons, basic defenses, basic scanners. You get the idea. If we go with a design like that, I can focus on quality construction, and the ship will practically sell itself.
Kannst du die Präsentation noch etwas spannender machen?
Yes, of course. Zhuzh it up just enough to disappoint me even more when we ultimately end up choosing something ridiculous. Thanks.
Du bist ja also der leitende Ingenieur, ja? Oh,
Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. Though I keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work. And yet here I am. Resigned to my fate on the R&D team.
Mhm. Also, du bist nicht gerne in der Forschung und Entwicklung?
Nope. Not really. I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, and not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am.
Mhm. Und was hältst du von Stroud Eklund?
I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Star Yards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Star Yards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made.
Mhm.
Later, mate.
Viel Gesprächsstoff hier.
Hi. Need something?
Du siehst ein bisschen nervös aus.
Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even.
Deine Idee ist sicher genauso gut.
Thank you for saying that, but like, really? I don't know. Whatever. Here goes. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
Was für eine Art Schiff hast du dir denn vorgestellt?
I haven't thought of all the details, but I'd imagine lots of passenger space would be a top priority. A mid-sized ship with enough room for one, or maybe even 2 or 3 families to spread out and relax. I don't think it'd need any fancy weapons or scientific equipment, so it should be pretty affordable. Families don't want to spend a fortune, so keeping the cost low will help guarantee plenty of sales.
Glaubst du dann wirklich, dass für so ein Schiff eine große
I
Nachfrage
used to
gibt?
go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and like, no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
Ah, sie kommt ja auch aus der Marketingabteilung, ne? Also. Ja, das wäre doch mal was.
Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it.
Und wie ist das so für einen Schiffsfabrikanten wie Stroud Eklund zu arbeiten?
It's interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe.
Du hast erwähnt, dass du noch nicht lange hier arbeitest. Was hast du davor gemacht?
Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired.
Arbeitest du gerne hier?
So far I do, but just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have. Take care, okay?
That data from your ship is going to be critical to our design process, assuming you can handle the missions.
Und Frank.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
I'd rather be in a ship that can defend itself. I don't want to be a target.
Kannst du mir etwas über dich erzählen?
As a designer, I see the beauty in our craft and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag. Rather, my goal is to change the board's perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please.
Okay. Was denkst du, was Walter in dir sieht?
My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same.
Ja, dann lass mal rüberwachsen.
Yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
Ah, ihr habt ja schon viele Luxusfrachter, Luxusschiffe. Wie würden wir denn so ein Schiff designen?
The ship should be mid-size, spacious but not bulky. We'll want to build it with the highest quality, most expensive modules available. It should feel safe but not threatening. Focus on defensive measures, not aggressive weaponry. Above all, you should be able to picture your favorite celebrity, or Walter himself, flying this ship and influencing others to buy as well.
Wir sind mal gar nicht schlecht.
I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Where do they go? What is their story? And why do they crave such attention? Oh, thank you. I will think on this and improve on my proposal.
Wie war das mit dem Verkauf von Schiffen an Promis? Warum war das noch gleich so wichtig?
2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept?
Ne?
Of course not. It's when someone buys something expensive, mostly because it is expensive in an effort to show off their wealth to others. So, if we target what the wealthy elite and celebrities want, and sell the ship at a premium, they will buy it, and others will follow in order to be trendy. Imagine a star like Borealis is seen getting out of one of our luxury ships. Everyone is going to want one, so they too can feel like a celebrity.
Was ist los, Frank? Wieso verteidigst du deinen Entwurf so vehement?
Because I am the lead designer on the project. It is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback. And Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before.
Und warum arbeitest du hier, wenn du so unzufrieden bist?
Just because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are. Yeah, see you.
Achso,
We're all
kann
super
jetzt
glad you're
Feedback
here.
geben, ja?
Well, we're making progress now, I guess.
Achso, du hast auch noch einen. Okay, dann, ja, dann hau mal raus.
Yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded free stars.
Okay. Und wie würden wir so einen Sternjäger designen?
We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules.
Aber das ist ja eigentlich schon so Deimos-Sache, ne? Also wir haben die Frachter, die sind von Hope-Tech, glaube ich, gewesen. Deimos hat Kampf. Und Luxus haben wir hier bei Stroud Eggman. Oder es gab, glaube ich, noch eine andere Luxusmarke. Also das gibt's halt schon.
I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them.
Ja, an der Präsentation arbeiten.
You could be right. There's got to be a better way to pitch the idea. I'll give it some more thought. Thanks.
Okay.
We'll chat again soon, okay?
These ships are nice, but compared to a Trident? Huh.
Stimmt, Trident Luxury gab's noch. Danke. Also, wir sollen hier jetzt was machen, ja? Zerstöre die Crimson Fleet. Transportiere Händler nach Deimos. Transportiere Wissenschaftler nach Volay Alpha. Ja, sie hat ja gesagt, unterschiedliche Sachen annehmen, ne? Also machen wir das. Und wir transportieren Leute nach Volay Alpha. Das läuft sogar auf Zeit. Ach du Scheiße.
These ships are something else.
Well, what do you expect? The Eklund family is loaded. Then you throw in...
Oder soll ich alle machen? Ja, komm.
Walter Stroud.
Wir gehen mal rein hier.
Still.
Hat das nicht angenommen? Oh.
To go from literally nothing to ships that give time.
Gut, dann ist das unser nächster.
Always a satisfying moment.
Unser nächster Anhaltspunkt. Unsere nächste Mission. Vielleicht hätte ich nicht alle auf einmal annehmen sollen, wenn die zeitlich begrenzt sind. Naja, gut. Was soll man machen? Aber ich würde an der Stelle jetzt erstmal sagen, wir kommen für heute zum Ende. Es ist auf jeden Fall nice, wieder Fortschritt zu machen und nicht die ganze Zeit an Sachen zu hängen, die wir schon gemacht haben. Jetzt gibt es wieder Geheimnisse, die wir ergründen können. Also, euch lieben Leuten auf YouTube, ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Wenn ja, würde ich mich sehr über euren Support freuen. Und für euch gibt es, wie immer, morgen weiter. Haut rein!